right, guys, like I said, I have been gone for a little while. There's a couple of things I definitely missed. This is just an update video to throw some things out there, talk about some of the stuff that I missed, and some new things also. Derek Jeter in the Hall of Fame. So, I want to share this story. I shared it on Twitter, but I also like I'm a talkative guy. Twitter kind of limits me, so it doesn't work too well with me, because I like to chat. So, Derek Jeter, I remember, I forgot what year it was, 2002 maybe? I'm a young little guy at the time. Young little guy. I'm a young little guy at the time. And the Orioles are playing the Yankees in Camden Yards. This is like May or something like that. Jeter's hitting like 165 or 172. Something like that. I know for a fact it's in the 100s. And I'm there with my pops, and I remember it's batting practice, and Jeter's walking down the visitor clubhouse side of the field, and there's not a lot of people in there. We got there pretty early, and my dad tells me, he goes, Petey, go run down there and see what you can do. Get your jersey, take it off, and see what you can do. So I jet down there, man. You know, at this time when you were a kid, you know, baseball players are heroes. You know, as you get a little older, you know, your opinions of life and things change as you start to do regular daily things. But then, I mean, Jeter was everything at that time, man. My God, I had his book, A Life You Imagine or whatever. I remember he got all A's. I was like, damn, I could do it. Never did it, but hey, I'm not Derek Jeter. I'm better. But no. I remember I ran down. I was able to get to him. I said, you know, Mr. Jeter, can you, sign this? He signed it for me, came up to me. There was probably only about 4 or 5 other people there with me. All adults, which was kind of weird. They were kind of pushing over me and stuff. And I remember one guy, Jeter had to talk to him, like, back up. You know, there's kids in front of you, like, calm down. But I remember I told him, I said, gee, let's snap this thing today. Get out of it today. You know, he's like, I'll try. And I remember he told me I'll try. I'll try. And I told him, do it today. Snap out of it today. He said, I'll try. First at bat of the game, he doubles off the wall. The rest of the year, he hits about 333 or 340. So, end of the year at 297, 298, something like that. But he was hitting so damn bad, he hit like 340 the remainder of the season, or 320 something, whatever it was. But anyway, just to share a personal Derek Jeter story with everybody. Yeah, he didn't get the unanimous voting, but honestly, who the hell cares? It is what it is. You got one asshole out of a ton of people. Jeter's a legend, man. You know, there's some things about Derek Jeter that I've always said that I wasn't a huge fan of, but I understood why he did it. One being, I like realness. Jeter kind of sounded like every time he talked, it was written by a publicist. This is not knocking him, by the way. I love Derek. I'm a huge Jeter fan, 150% a Hall of Famer. I don't give 2 shits what the defensive detractors want to talk about. I don't give a shit if his glove was made from concrete. It's okay with me. Jeter, by all means of the imagination, is 100% a Hall of Famer, and now he is. So congrats, Derek Jeter. Congrats, Mrs. Jeter, Derek's children. Congrats on being entered in the Hall of Fame. You, by all means, deserve every bit of it. You are a great captain. I would always say captain on the field. I think there was a lot more vocal leaders in the clubhouse per what we know. Jorge Posada, Tino Martinez, especially during that great run for the Yankees. Again, not taking anything away from Derek Jeter. To me, still goes on one of my list of greatest ball players of all time. I don't know where I rank him because, again, this is me off the top of my head, like I like to do things. But I'm extremely proud of Derek Jeter. Moving on from that, new news that has kind of just popped off here is everybody excited about the spring training invite of Clark S. Smith, whatever the hell you want to call him. Everybody knows I continue to screw the name up, so I'm going to call him Clark S. or Clarks. Maybe I just call him Clarks. Anyway, guys, you guys know I've been talking about Clarks for quite some time now. I love this guy. The Yankees love him. Remember when they drafted him, they knew he would need surgery, but he fell to them for that reason. A lot of teams kind of passed up on him. Everybody else said he would have been a first rounder. He's healthy now, and he's dealing. He's just truly dealing. 93, 94. If you have not watched videos of him, look at the movement on his fastball. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Great movement, great curveball, great slider, developing changeup. This is a starter, folks. This is a guy who, his ceiling is a top-line starter, 2-1. I would say his worst is a 4-5. This is going to be a starting pitcher. He has the stuff of a starter. He has arguably 4 decent pitches, 3+ pitches. Clark Schmidt, no doubt about it. Clarks, I messed up again. I'm just going to always call him Clarks. But Yankee fans are excited about it because he gets the invite to spring training, so we'll see some of them. I think that always means, you get the major league guys to see somebody who can help this year. Clarks is definitely a guy that can do it. So, again, guys, that's another update. Clarks invited to spring training. Everybody should look into Clarks, as Clarks can help us this year, and I expect Clarks to help us this year. Speaking of one other thing to end this video, I will have a video coming out shortly, probably this week at some point, regarding MLB writers kind of coming together to make sure that Twitter sources, unverified sources, don't get credit for things they break. I wonder who could have been a major part of that. Anyway, I will talk about that news, and this did happen, folks. This did happen, trust me. Got a lot of news on this one from a lot of people who are close to some of these guys and know for a fact they've kind of got together to say we're not going to give credit to these certain people or certain sources, whatever it may be, anymore whatsoever. So I will get to that here soon. One last thing I want to say, because it means a lot to me, so just saying it on my channel means a lot. I want to send out my prayers to Rush Limbaugh. Now, whatever your political party and affiliation may be, Rush Limbaugh is somebody I've listened to for years. He is, I would say, certainly helped the way I perform when I am talking to you guys on live chats, things of that nature. And it was found out today he has advanced lung cancer. Honestly, hit me earlier in the day, and I dropped whatever I was doing and took a seat. And, when he said it, just sat down and listened to him and took it all in. Huge supporter of Rush Limbaugh. Definitely hurts. It really does. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for me. Somebody I greatly respect, especially for speaking, talking your mind on top, just coming out with things. And being able to keep things entertaining is something that I always respected Limbaugh for. Something that I say he probably taught me a lot of. So just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, guys, more videos to come. Thank you so much for your continued support. You guys are the best. Thank you.
In the club I be sipping Hennessy, got that purple drink made for me. My philosophy twisted with R&B. Commonly, you can't fuck with me. I'm Versace, you a graphic tee board at the Dollar Tree. No apology given when I'm spitting.